Yes, we're brewing another flash brew. This is the Ugly Fish IPA from MoreBeer, which is a knockoff or a clone of Sculpin IPA from Ballast Point. Yeah, great IPA. And I didn't even realize it when I ordered it. I just thought, hey, sounds cool. Let's go for it. Let's try it. And yes, I ordered this one. This one was not sent to me from MoreBeer. I purchased this one. And we're gonna brew it. I'm not gonna get as detailed as I did with the Citra Pale Ale. If you've never brewed before, go check out that video, the Citra Pale Ale. I'm gonna go a little deeper in that one. This one, we're gonna try to speed it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I might catch a couple things for you, but we're gonna cut it a little shorter. So guess what happened? I lost the instructions. Not a big deal. If you lose the instructions on something like this, you go to MoreBeer's site, go to the product, down below, they'll have recipe information, things like that. And talking about down below, don't take that out of context. Okay, down below in the description, that's right, go ahead and hit the subscribe, the like, I appreciate that. In the description, I will leave affiliate links to anything I talk about or show you, and the majority will be affiliates, so I'm just gonna tell you they are, even if they aren't. Of course, to MoreBeer too. Okay, this box I don't need. Out of our way. What comes in the box? I know, you're thinking, wait a minute, he threw the box away. Okay, you're gonna need a fermenter. If you've never fermented before, they do recommend the Fermentosaurus, whatever that thing is. It's just a great, inexpensive fermenter. Make sure that you take this apart, the spigot. If you've never brewed before, you should be fine. Just clean it really well. If you've brewed once and you do a second batch, take this apart. You can use a screwdriver. I use a shish kebab skewer to push through the hole to pop it apart so I can clean it really well. Make sure you get all the threads, you know, all that stuff. Just clean it really well. Everything has to be sanitized. If you don't have PBW and Star Sand for cleaning, I do recommend the one step, at least for somebody who's just getting going. If you're looking to stay in home brewing and you definitely are making a commitment, just buy the PBW and Star Sand. You're gonna need it. Here's the big item. 7 pounds of malt extract. Now, from my understanding, this is just dried malt extract, but it was specifically processed and made from, of course, brewing a malt, creating wort before you add the yeast to make beer. And this was specifically produced for MoreBeer. Currently, they only have lighter colored beers. I'm thinking this flash brewing is really taking off. I saw on their site recently where almost all of them were sold out. So I would expect sometime in 2025, maybe they'll do some dark beers. Yeah, that'll be nice. What else comes in the kit? Well, you're gonna get two, not one, two hop bite. It's a syringe with a hop extract for bittering. That's gonna give you about, and it's called Hop Bright 30, gonna give you about 30 IBUs per syringe, which is about 60 IBUs. Keep in mind that can vary a little, and that's for 5 gallons. You got flash brewing yeast. That needs to be between, I believe it's 65 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll recommend trying to keep it on the cooler side. If you have a closet that's in the high 60s, low 70s, that'll be perfect. If you don't have that, it is what it is. Just don't go below those temperatures or above them. At the higher temperatures, it may not be quite as smooth, in my opinion. Your mileage may vary. And flavors will be more pronounced usually. Not always. I don't know anything about this specific yeast. I'm guessing it's probably produced by one of the major yeast companies, but I don't know. But this is great for someone who doesn't have temperature control. It's gonna help. You're also gonna have some packets of hops, and these are dry hops, because the hop shot's gonna give you your bittering. And we have Simcoe, and it's a cryo hop. And then we have Amarillo, which is also a cryo hop. Cryo hops basically have a lot of the grassy matter removed, and it's gonna give you more of the oils that are in there and the flavor and aromas. And if you're looking for Simcoe, in case you're not familiar, you got grapefruit, citrus, stone fruit, which would be something like peach, tropical fruit, grass and wood. And I know you're like, grass? If you're into IPAs, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Then when you get over to Amarillo, that's a nice bold hop, you got citrus, herbal, spicy, stone fruit, and woody. They're gonna complement each other. Some flavors and aromas are gonna stand out more than others, so keep that in mind. That herbal is not gonna be massive. It'll be nice though. And yeah, both of them are great, great hops. So let's go ahead and get brewing. So first of all, on the water, the instructions, this is from the Citra one, same basic instructions, recommends that you use quality water. Thank you for saying that, MoreBeer. Okay, that means either go buy some spring water, Don't use your tap water, especially if you don't know, or if you do know, if it's got chloramine or chlorine, because you're gonna make bad beer, you're gonna blame MoreBeer, you're gonna blame anyone but yourself. Don't use bad water. Use good water to make good beer. So go buy some spring water, costs you about $1 a gallon, that's about $5. If you have an RO system, you can use that. They do mention distilled, or I use deionized. I would not recommend that unless you understand brewing salts. That's just my personal recommendation. I would stick to the spring water. If you do understand brewing salts, I'll put my brewing salts up here that I used with deionized water, which is like distilled, just treat it differently to get there, okay? What I went for was a nice bitter beer. Cold and bitter, like some people I know, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go in and just start brewing. I mean, yeah, what are we waiting for? Now, I am using a Firmzilla All-Rounder, and this actually is my third one. I just bought this one, so from MoreBeer, and it is my third. Also, before you start brewing, make sure you have some bottles. If you're gonna bottle, if you don't, you keg, then hey, you already got it under control, and you're gonna need a bottling wand. And you might need some sugar, or you're gonna need little hop shots, or whatever they're called, not hop shots, the little, I forget what they call it in their instructions, but read the instructions, okay? Look, I'm not getting all the malt to go down, so what I do, cut it, and look, the air goes in and it all goes down. I'm also gonna warn you, this stuff is like powdered sugar on steroids, okay? It is a dry malt extract from real malts. Yeah, it's from real malts. You're not required to stir this. I'm OCD and ADHD, so I'm gonna stir it. There's a big spoon. I was using this to get the brewing salts mixed up. This is usually used for wine and mead and things like that, but it's all clean. I've just been sitting it in there, it's all good. And you need to put 3 gallons of water in here, pour everything in, and then add 2 more gallons. I'm already 4 gallons up. I'm gonna add a gallon afterwards. Makes my life a little easier because I'm gonna stir this. Like I mentioned, if you're OCD and you need to stir it. It'll help you sleep at night. My concern, and they say it shouldn't be an issue, they've done lots of testing, is that it could clump. And that just concerns me. It is what it is. Everybody has their issues, that's mine. So we're gonna go ahead and pour this in. When you go to pour this in, pour it in super, super slow. And I'll do it this way, just so I don't vanish in the camera, you know what I'm saying? Once you get it started, you can tip it all the way up. You can also seal the hole up a little bit if you think it's coming out too fast, like it was just doing for me. Pull the bag nice and straight. Should come out a little more even. There we go. Trying to be super careful. Do not inhale that powder. Be like inhaling corn sugar, not real healthy for you. Okay, 7 pounds of dry malt extract. I know, you don't have to stir. Told you I'm gonna stir, and I'm gonna do it before I add anything else. So I take this, you don't need to, you can use a spoon. I'm just creative, that's all. And I'm gonna stick it in. Just the tip. Okay, now it's all stirred up, makes me feel better so I can sleep at night. Not a requirement. I'm gonna go ahead and add the hop bite. If you have a pair of scissors, go for it. You don't have to worry about this bag being super clean, although it should be because it's touching your hands and your hands are touching this. Because this is all sealed in a nice container and it's liquid. If you've ever wanted to taste something stupid bitter, try this after you squirt it in there. Okay, so you take it, put the tip in, yep, and empty it. So, there it goes. Squirt everything in there, and now you have a free syringe. Not really free, you paid for it. But yeah, that is nasty bitter, I promise you, if you try it that way. Take the second syringe, it's another 30 IBU. It's gonna give you a total of 60 IBU. This beer should ferment at around 7% when it's said and done, okay? Same thing, take the tip off, put the tip in here and empty it out. Squirt every bit of it in there. Okay. It's already starting to smell really nice. I don't know what that smells like. Very mild. Okay, now this is gonna smell amazing. And you know what? I like Simcoe a little bit better than Amarillo. So we're gonna open the Amarillo first. And again, scissors or razor blade, make sure it's super clean. Make sure your hands are clean. And go ahead and dump it in there. Ah, you can smell the aroma. If you like hops, you'll love the aroma. I think I got it all. Yep. Very, very, very nice. A little more on the grassy side, but very nice. If you're new to brewing and you're a big hophead, just take the empty bags, put them under your bed. You'll sleep really well. Oh yeah, Simcoe. Got the grapefruit, not as grassy. I think it actually had that in the description though, but I don't smell it as much as I do on the Amarillo. And make sure you get all the hops out, okay? We officially have all the hops out of there. Okay, so you've emptied both of your hop bites. You've emptied your 2 packets of hops. And now, the only thing we got left to do is the yeast. And it is called flash yeast. I'm not sure what major company it's from. Oh, Cellar Science, packaged by Cellar Science. I know now, Cellar Science. Figured it had to be one of the big companies that they work with. And this yeast will go, like I said, 65 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Cooler usually means it's gonna be a little smoother, a little warmer, it's gonna be a little bit more pronounced. Remember too, at 85 degrees is the max temp they're recommending. I would not recommend sticking this in a room that's sitting at 85 degrees because the yeast, when it starts to ferment, will go up about 3 to 5 degrees. So if you're at 80, you might spike at 85. If you're at 85, you're gonna go to 90 and you may get some off flavors that you are not desirable off flavors, off aromas, whatever you wanna call it. That's it, we're done. I mean, that's it, we're done. All I gotta do is put the lid on it, seal it all up. I'm a little bit more advanced than the new brewer. I'm gonna drop a tilt hydrometer in there. I'm gonna put a chilling coil. None of that stuff's required. Like I said too, if you're using it for Monster, you can get a little hose and a little tap or a wand for filling bottles. You can get bottles like this that are reusable, especially if you're not giving them out to friends and family, or if you are, just make sure they give them back because those things can get kind of expensive. I'll put a little paper towel over there for right now. And I know it's gonna seem like forever for me, but within 24 to 48 hours of you seeing this video, I'll have the tasting video out. So you'll know what it tastes like. And you'll go, oh yeah, I like that, or I don't like that, or not for me. But expect it to be an IPA, which means cold and bitter. So if you know some people like this, cold and bitter, this will taste better than them, trust me. This is a desirable cold and bitter. Cheers, I appreciate you. Don't forget the links below. Like, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Appreciate it. Cheers. I almost forgot, I only have 4 gallons of water. Had another gallon sitting aside. Make sure all 5 gallons are in your fermenter. And no, you don't have to stir that. There we go.